I got what you want. I got what you want. I got what you need. A blind man once told me they don't need eyes to see. Nothing in life is free. That's why I'm in love with the green. My name holds weight by the P. Money don't grow on trees. I got what you need. G to an A, find a tool, Ray, buckle up, cause we going out of space. On your marks, get ready for the race. Took a Uber, just another on the face. I got drugs for sale, got it through the...
What's the word, Beach family? Y'all wanna know something that's really crazy? There's a lot of y'all that keep coming back that are not subscribed. Y'all believe me? Check right here. This is how many of y'all that keep coming back that are not subscribed. So please go click that button. It takes one click, 1 second. We're trying to get to that 100K, so please go hit the button. Enjoy the video.
YouTube. It's your boy Sleazy, keeping it sleazy.
It's your boy Kevvv for real.
It's Mr. Everyday, aka Brad. Are you watching that?
Beach Boys.
And we're back with another
video.
Beach family, y'all know the drill. Please subscribe to Patreon on the Boys in the Beach Club if you haven't already.
returners. I know y'all just seen the numbers, so please go subscribe. There's a lot of y'all that keep coming back that are not subscribed. We need y'all to go hit that button so we get to this 80K.
Kev, what we doing?
We're reacting to Stranger Things 5 finale ending. Why did it have to end like this?
Really land that ending.
We'll cut the
It
ending.
was so good, and I am so glad that all the time I devoted to the show paid off, and that the Duffer Brothers remained dedicated to the core themes they have always conveyed throughout the show. Those last 40 minutes were pure bliss, filled with nostalgia. That scene at the end, where they finished their campaign, put the book on the shelf, and slowly walked up the stairs, broke me. I don't usually cry at a show, but that scene made me tear up. It felt like the Duffer Brothers wanted us to say goodbye to the characters. It wasn't just the end of a show, it was the end of an era, and I am honored that I took part in it. And if that wasn't enough, the follow-up scene with Mike looking back at Holly while she and her friends played their first D&D game just made me realize how much I loved this show.
Pass the
Finn's
torch.
acting there was exceptional. Although I must be honest and say that I hated how he acted in the last scene with Eleven in the Void. I truly
Yeah, it was
thought he
terrible.
couldn't act emotionally. This final scene contradicted that completely. His facial expressions were perfect, going from sadness to happiness. Those micro expressions were top-notch. I think this scene hit even harder for adults. We spent our whole childhood outside doing God knows what all day with our friends, and we always took that for granted. But when we look back, we realize that everything has an end. We realize that on one of those days we were outside with our friends. Without knowing it, that was the last time we would all be together like that. At its core, Stranger Things isn't really about monsters or secret labs. It's about people growing up while the world gets scary. It's about self-acceptance, and it's about friendship. This is why I loved this 40-minute epilogue, and I believe this story ended in the best way possible. Everything connects in the end. For the people who are disappointed in the finale, I think they watched a completely different series until now.
Yeah,
The show was never about killing people. It was never about pure action or the war against Vecna and the Mind Flayer. While I agree that there were some things that could have been better, and that some elements were forgotten purely for the plot, like where all the Demogorgons were when the gang was fighting the Mind Flayer, or how the military just retreated from Hawkins, and none of the main characters suffered any consequences. The show still did its job. It answered all the main questions and closed the circle perfectly. The show started and ended with a game of D&D. Mike looking back at Holly as his realization that he passed the torch to the next generation. Dustin's graduation speech is an homage to Eddie. Everything Eddie said in the cafeteria that he would do at graduation was done by Dustin.
Yeah.
I'm going to walk that stage next month. I'm going to look Principal Higgins dead in the eye. I'm going to flip him the bird. I'm going to snatch that diploma, and I'm going to run like hell. Dustin does all of this while Iron Maiden's The Trooper plays in the background, which is the perfect ending to Eddie's character arc. Hopper is finally accepting his grief. The pep talk he gave Mike clearly shows his character growth. When Sarah died, it broke him in every way possible. Now that his second daughter died, he didn't go down the same road as before. He accepted the pain of loss and decided to move on with his life. I am really glad that he finally got that date at Enzo's with Joyce, and that the two of them are going to get married.
Yes.
Joyce's ending arc was also extremely well handled. While I did feel it was a bit odd that she was the one who delivered the final blow to Vecna, since she felt almost invisible in the first part of the finale episode, and her only motivation for being in the abyss seemed to be delivering that final blow. Looking back at everything that happened, I believe she had the most right to be the one to end it all. I liked how they showed everyone's thoughts as she was beheading him. You killed my lover. You hurt my mother. You hurt my brother. Here's an interesting detail that I don't know is random or intentional by the Duffer brothers. Joyce hit Vecna 8 times before finally chopping his head off. Could that have been a hint that Kaylee wasn't dead and still has one last part to play? Robin, Nancy, Jonathan, and Steve promising to meet once a month was another touching moment. Everyone is choosing a different life path, especially Nancy. That proud look from Jonathan, seeing that she chose her own path and didn't follow the stereotypical silver spoon upbringing. That expression almost translated to, "This is why I'm in love with you." Yeah. The only thing I am truly disappointed about in this epilogue is the fact that we didn't see Murray.
Bro.
Where is he? He deserved to be there with everyone else. Now let's get to the most important part of the ending.
Murray was always up to something, though.
First of all, 11 is alive. This isn't even an open-ended question, it's a fact. And I don't know why so many people are confused about it.
Facts.
There are multiple signs suggesting this. First, when they returned from the Upside Down and the truck tire went flat, we can see that 11 is in the truck with Mike, and 1 second later she disappears. A soldier even tells Dr. K she was right here 1 second ago, down by the truck. There is no way 11 could have traveled that fast from the truck to the Upside Down gate without anyone seeing her. Also, the military base was filled with surveillance cameras, so they would have spotted her if she had run from the truck to the gate. Those are the facts. 11 was in the truck when they left the Upside Down, and Kaylee used her powers to make her invisible and help her escape. That zoom in on 11's hands is proof that it was an illusion. Those hand movements are exactly the same ones Kali's illusions had when she escaped the lab. And Kaylee herself stated
crazy.
that they went too far and the illusion isn't stable, which explains the hand flickering. Another important tell is her discussion with Mike in the void. 11 cannot enter the void without being at least blindfolded, and here we saw her staying completely still. No isolation tank, no static noise, no blindfold, nothing. This void scene is proof that 11 escaped the military base and arrived in the tunnels. From there, she was able to blindfold herself and enter the void. That discussion with Mike was necessary to convince him that she was in the Upside Down, because as Mike said, in order to fool the military, she needed to fool her friends as well. That scene with Mike and Hopper screaming was what ultimately sold it and made Dr. K think 11 had died. The scene with Mike telling the others the story is his realization that 11 is alive. He also knows this deep down, but he decides not to follow her or try to reconnect with her. This shows Mike's growth as a character as well. In Season 2, he always tried to contact her without knowing for certain that she was alive. He just hoped, and that hope is why he kept trying. But this version of Mike is more mature. I think this beautifully portrays Mike's love for 11. He loves her enough to let her go. Mike knows 11 is alive, but he also knows that the military would always keep a close watch on him. Maybe on all of them as well. So Mike or any of the others trying to contact her in any way could alert the military and make them suspect that she was still alive. I think deep down, 11 wanted this too, and this is why we saw a shot with only 2 waterfalls. I always thought we would get the ending Mike talked about, that 11 would move to a place with 3 waterfalls. But 11's choice to go somewhere with only 2 waterfalls might signify that she doesn't want to be found by Mike. That could be why she didn't choose 3 waterfalls in case Mike ever tried to look for her. The last thing I want to talk about is Henry. First of all, Jamie Bauer was exceptional. If he doesn't get an Emmy for his performance, it would be the biggest robbery of the century. The way he managed to portray a version of Henry that was even scarier than Vecna is something I still can't comprehend. But the flashback scene inside the cave was some of the most impressive acting I've seen in a long time. When Will saw the truth and told Henry that he was a victim and could still redeem himself, we could see hope in Henry's eyes. I genuinely thought he might change sides in that moment.
Facts.
You could really read the struggle in his face and hear it in his voice. It was so believable and made him a real villain, not just a pawn of the Mind Flayer. He could have resisted. Maybe he did at first, but over the years, with everything that happened to him, you can see through his arc how it might not have been entirely his fault. External forces like the Mind Flayer, Brenner, and even his family pushed him toward becoming the villain he ultimately was. I feel like a part of him also knew that he had caused too much damage and destroyed too many lives for redemption to be possible. Some people are just too far gone, and he accepted that he was one of them. That's what makes this scene so emotional. you really see the traumatized little boy version of Henry and how his words changed from "get out" to "leave me alone." Henry being dressed as a Boy Scout was also an especially thoughtful choice, symbolizing innocence, boyhood, and curiosity, all of which were lost in that cave. In the end, I'm really glad we didn't get a redemption arc for Henry, even though the signs were there. Hopefully this video helped you understand the ending a little better. I plan to make another video with my honest review of how the...
But Steph, you remember when we did the, what was it? We did a trailer for season 5, the volume 1, and I said it. I literally said, it's the mind player controlling him. I said, he's not bad. And then I literally said it.
I thought it was the other way around. I thought he was controlling the mind flayer.
No, bro, because there's no way. Like,
I knew he was evil.
all right. He wasn't. You didn't see the last clip? He
No.
wasn't. He was literally crying because he finally, like, the mind flayer didn't allow him to see what happened after he grabbed the briefcase.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't want him to go in the cave.
Yeah.
Because once he went in the cave, he's going to know that it wasn't.
Just him.
Yeah, it wasn't him.
Yeah.
Like, he literally put the thing in his hand and it took over him. And then it said, "Find me."
Oh yeah, because it wasn't like its full
Yeah,
self.
it was
like
still a cloud.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like it says in the video, I'm happy that he was able to just stay a villain.
Yeah, for sure.
I think sometimes they make things very fairy tale, like oh yeah, there's good in you, you can change, you can. But then those people end up dying.
Yeah,
But-
we still seen the, like, I like how they give a glimpse of
Yes.
him being innocent. And
Yes, and I think that was good, and it was important because it's like, okay, sometimes when your crimes or the things that you've done are flashed before your eyes, while you seeing there was a point in time you were good, it does do something to you. But I also like that he said, no, there was plenty of times I could have resisted it, but I chose not to.
We are one.
Bro, he's like, I chose to, still be a part of it. Yes, he needed me, and he was using me, but like, I wanted that. I joined him. It wasn't like he was using me more than I was using him. He showed me that the world is flawed and this, and that. And it's like, I was like, yes, this is a genuine villain arc. Stick by it. Double down on your decisions, good or bad. Fuck it. No, I'm happy. I'm happy he stuck with it, and I like that. I really do.
I'm glad they didn't kill too many people off though. Like, cause usually like for ending to
Steve was almost out of there.
yeah, but Pete, like I feel like with shows they're like again like with Power how they killed off Ghost.
it
To
makes
get
sense.
that,
Though.
you know what I'm saying? But I'm glad like they really kept everybody together, and everyone got like.
I would say this was never about killing. Power's about, nigga, what? The first season, niggas is getting smoked. This is about genuine friendship and conquering, like, even when you have, like, your back's against the wall, you literally, their back's against the wall. Like, if they didn't get this, they would die.
Yeah.
And they stuck together. They stuck to the plan. Friendship. That's how they won. Because if it was just one person, nigga, Henry's eating.
They would have lost.
Yeah.
But them attacking in different worlds, and it was too much for him. He
Yeah,
couldn't.
the
There's nothing
scene
he
when
could do with him.
when 8 stabbed him, she said, "Goodbye, brother." I'm like, where the fuck he go?
Yeah, he was out.
That
of
was
there.
so tough.
Yeah, I'm like,
That
yo,
was so
what?
tough.
Because we've never seen that ability from him. I'm like, what? He literally was gone. He vanished.
Vanished.
And then Max is like, oh, he went to the real world. We gotta go. And then you see when it was like the red portal, when it was Holly and Derek, the last two to get into the cave, and that you seen like the red portal, and then he jumped out of it. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Oh,
He was
when he
moving.
came
Did you see
back.
how fast he was running?
And then once they got to the thing, he stretched his hands.
and he got
bro.
her
It was
leg.
bro, I literally, when she was just like, wait, I said, Derek, what the fuck, dude? Like, can you run?
He's big, bro.
Come on, Derek.
I
clearly
played perfectly
has
because
never
like
ran a day in
that's
his
what I'm
life.
saying. I played perfect because like if it was like a skinny person, you'd be like, oh come on,
Yeah.
But that fit
Yeah, dude.
perfect
He was like, suck my fat one.
with his fat middle finger.
No, Derek was perfect. I
Yeah.
think he was a great addition. I think he was very colorful as a child as far as like the shit he was saying. Because like if you think about that time period, there were kids that acted just like that and spoke like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was good. It was very authentic.
And that other kid, the boy, the blonde boy, the young boy, he said, oh my God, he's the real monster. You know, when they were beating Holly up,
Oh, they whooped her ass.
He said, shut up, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was like,
That
I was
little
like,
kid
bro.
was terrible.
Yeah. That was funny, bro.
Nah, they put Holly through the ringer, boy.
Yeah.
I could never be nobody's friend that put the beats on me like that.
They
All
didn't
of them
know.
would have had to see me. It don't matter. You gonna know now.
Oh my
I'm gonna
God.
fix you.
But that was W show.
Yeah,
I think it was a beautiful way to end it. Anyone that thinks otherwise is like, that means you wasn't really paying
No,
attention.
like you didn't watch season 1.
Yeah, you didn't really
Yeah.
watch because like they ended it how they started it. You know what I'm saying?
they
Together.
all lost a lot too.
Because 11 wasn't a part of the group. She wasn't.
Yeah.
It was the way they ended was the real group.
Yeah,
Max was even really in it, honestly.
she just moved to the neighborhood.
Yeah.
But she got there season 2?
Yeah,
moved
but
there.
the real core, she wasn't really a part.
I know, but they added in it because remember she wanted to be the part of the party so bad.
Yeah, she did.
So
she did. But she was acting too cool. Like at first, she was like, "Okay, I don't need y'all." And then when they finally cave in, they're like, "Yeah, like you could be friends with us." That's when she's like, "Okay." Like she was mean first. Like when she first got introduced,
They were spying on her.
she was mean. With her skateboard, she was literally like, she was mean.
Yeah.
But look, think about it. Why she was mean?
Yeah.
You know,
You
her
see the past,
brother,
her
you see
parents.
it,
Yeah. You see it.
Zoom.
It all made sense. Perfect.
Even the
show.
brother, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like that he had to die. I didn't like any of that because he wasn't a bad character.
He wasn't,
either.
but he was too cool. He was too cool. Like he was like, "Oh, this is bull. This is not real." Like when they were like, "Yo, like this is man," and then they got him.
He had no
he was
choice.
trying to
He
be too
sacrificed
freaky. He was
himself.
trying
Yeah,
to.
he
Who was
was-
he trying to sleep with Miss Wheeler?
Yeah.
He would have blazed
She
it,
was
too.
going too.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Watch your wife, man.
You didn't see when Max went back into Max 8 and 11 went back into Henry's mind, and they went to the school scene, and she was saying like, "Yeah, Mrs. Wheeler, Mr. Wheeler down in there doing some stuff."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was in there. He was like touching each other.
That was funny because we didn't see that other side of it, and
Yeah.
I'm like, it showed us that Max really was stuck in there, going through every door,
bro.
How long was she in there again?
Like a year and some change.
bro.
Yeah,
The
like 2
whole
years?
the whole season, that whole season, Max was, and then you know what was crazy when she started walking? I'm like, wait, what?
That
Bro.
fucked my head up.
And
That
but
fucked me
not-
up.
Yeah, but
I
now
thought Henry
I knew.
got her.
The sound, I thought Henry got it, but the sound was off. I was like, she's sleeping. And then, you know, I'm watching it with somebody. They look over, they're like, no, she's not. And I'm like, no, she's not awake. You don't just get up out of a wheelchair. Like,
Bro, she was,
Because when she was
it
like,
was wet. It was water.
yeah,
Once
and
I seen
like,
the water, I was
like,
oh.
wait a minute. I said, damn. I said Henry got it. And
That's
when
what I
seen
thought.
11. I said, oh, okay. That was recruiting. Smart.
but when she woke up mad loud, made the military catch us, like, damn.
Yeah,
I would have been tight, bro.
because she's in a wheelchair. They couldn't go
But
down.
that's the thing. I just feel like
They had
I
to
would have
sit
carried
there.
her. What the hell?
But
She
nigga,
sleep.
she's. I ain't. Nigga, watch out! You twitching and shit, nigga.
I'm
Back
pulling
up.
her down the
Her
steps.
eyes moving.
yeah, I would have had to figure out a way to get her down there.
She in a wheelchair. You really could roll her down.
She'd fall. There was no steps.
You can't walk anyway.
All right. Great show.
Great way
I'm
to
glad.
end it.
I'm glad I watched it.
10 out
season
of
one.
10.
Season one was slow, but
Nah, season 1 was one of the best seasons.
no. But I'm saying you didn't expect it to be like this.
Yeah.
No.
You watched that one season. You didn't know it was gonna be like this. No one did.
Nah, this is
Except for
really
the
one of them
Duffler.
shows that like
Yeah.
like watching the cast grow up, but it's just like it really was like a perfect series. Like you can't duplicate something like that.
can't.
I feel like they're gonna try, but it's like I don't know, man. Like this was just gold.
They already tried mudding at the end with
I
the
think
wheel stuff. So
The season that I really.
the what?
with the wheel stuff.
I mean, I understand why they did that.
No,
and
I understand, but
I know what you mean.
when Stranger Things started, I promise you that wasn't in.
Yeah,
in
that couldn't have been. Will was just kind of.
developing.
Yeah, he was developing, but it was one of those things where, like, you know, one of those frail children that's like, you know, so it was just one of those things I could see that. But I like the season where they were mainly focusing on like high school or like focusing on that. Like when the kids thought Eddie was the one who was killing everybody, I thought that season was really important because like when certain things are happening, everyone needs someone to blame. So who's to blame? Eddie's already like quote unquote devil worshiper, this, that, when in reality he's just a guy who likes rock and a guy who likes playing D&D. You know what I mean? But like people will label you things, especially in the midst of something crazy going on, because again, like I said, they need someone to blame. Then I like when they thought it was Victor Creel. Come to find out he was a victim.
Yeah.
They were looking in all the wrong places, but sometimes you have to look in the wrong place to find the right answer. So I think they did a really good job Like the Duffer Brothers did a really good job.
No, they definitely, and in the interviews and stuff they did, they definitely fooled me because Lucas said he had a different ending from everybody else. So it's like, he was like, I'm not even in the finale.
Yeah, but they when you are doing stuff like, when you are in like doing stuff like that, you have to, like, because I'm pretty sure like when you sign a contract, you can't like spoil.
Yeah,
Like,
NDAs, yeah.
So like, it worked though, because, you know, why would I tell, you know, it works. They have to spin us so we watch.
Yeah.
Because if he said, yeah, we all survive and 11 gets stuck in the upside down, you'd be like, all right, I'm not watching it then. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they did what they were supposed to do.
What if they all died?
I knew they weren't going to die. I knew it was going to be a sacrifice. I literally said it. You can't lie. I said that. I said it. Don't even, Sparky.
If we go back and
We
watch
can go
the
back.
video,
We can go back.
I think I guessed that 8 would sacrifice herself.
She didn't sacrifice herself, though. She's alive.
Nah, 8's dead.
Nah. She wouldn't. If 8 was dead, she wouldn't have been able. 11 wouldn't have been able.
No, but
to do
remember,
shit.
the
I don't
upside down
think
took everything's gone.
Yeah,
She was-
everything. Yeah, but I feel like they're stuck there because look, you remember when when Nancy first shot not Nancy, when the car and all that stuff started moving, the further you got away, you were straight. So they were all the way at the where were they? Where were they in the upside down?
by the church.
That's what I'm saying. But I think they're alive. There's nothing to prove that they're dead.
Nah,
there's
I
nothing.
believe 11's alive, but the reason why I think 8 is dead is because she was stabbed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then remember they blew up the upside down, and she was
Oh,
still
yeah,
in
she
the
was
upside
in
down.
there.
So, and then the wound that she had, superpowers or not, unless you can heal yourself, you're bleeding to death when you have something like
She
that.
got shot.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. She was shot. My apologies.
But finish what you're saying.
Like I said, the only reason why I'm saying that's because of where she was wounded, and the fact that they blew up the upside down. I think she was alive long enough to do the illusion for 11, but when they blew up the upside down, I think that's on top of her wound, what might have caused her death. But like, if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have thought she passed. But she did say she was gonna stay there regardless. She said, "I knew my story was gonna end here." 11 was the one that was conflicted. Like, damn, do I, like, you know? Because she deserves a life, bro. Hopper was right. She deserved at least the opportunity to live. Like, even though she got good things in the midst of everything with the people she had, it's like, damn, like, you just, I gotta go out when I'm finally understanding shit and I finally, like, am a person now. No.
But I would say is we seen Max come back from being paralyzed.
Yeah,
So-
when they seen her with the skateboard, I was like,
We've seen her come back from being paralyzed. So I think 11 can save a gunshot wound. Nigga, what? I think she saved her. But, you know, it's all speculations.
Facts.
And that's good with the show.
Yes.
You know, it's good. They kept the back door open.
just in case.
Just in case. But don't open it. It's perfect how y'all ended it. Just leave it. Just start a whole different thing. Just move away from this. This was perfect.
Yeah.
This is like up there with Breaking Bad. Don't just leave it. Just let it go. But Breaking Bad did have spinoffs though.
It did.
That made sense.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't like how they did Walter White, bro.
All right.
I don't like it, bro. Walter should have stained all of them folks, bro.
His own family, his wife,
You know what he's doing.
She had
and his son turned on him.
that's what I'm saying. I understand, you know, his condition and things like that, but you know, you can always get married again and have other children.
All right. Time to go. All right, Beach family. Y'all put in the comments what y'all thought about the
They would've
finale
gone.
and how they ended it. And also put, you know what I'm saying, if, you know, the Duffer Brothers should do a spinoff with the young cast with Derek and Holly and the rest of them.
They should leave it alone.
We'll see. But definitely let us know how you guys think. If you guys agree with the ending, if you guys didn't, how you guys feel about it, put it in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe.
Ding ding ding.
Kev, gonna put the link down below. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure I go type in the Patreon, and then please go subscribe, please. Steph, you know what to do.
It's your boy Sleazy here, keeping it sleazy.
It's your boy Kev for real.
Since Rare Breed here, Cape Brad, he was just watching us.
Beach Boys.
Yeah.
That's a wrap.